This is just a quick demonstration of how to test scenarios that involve multiple users interacting with the web app at the same time, sometimes called a multiplayer scenario. So what we're going to go over here is testing this video conferencing application where you can start a video conference at a random URL and then other users can join it. So we're going to have two users in this scenario. One is the person creating the video conference, and the other is the person who is joining the video conference. So I'm going to get started here in Reflect by starting the test from the creator's perspective. So we'll call this creator test, and we'll give it a URL. So we'll say talkie.io/reflect test one, and begin recording. And so this is spinning up a browser session in the cloud. And as I interact with this browser session, it's going to capture my actions. You'll see that on the left-hand side. Now I'm going to need to move um, my video here so you can actually see what I'm doing on the right-hand side. So I'm going to click on chat, and I'm going to enter in a message, hello from creator, click send, and click on text validation, which allows me to capture uh, state within the application. So we're just going to capture that the message is shown here. And then at this point, we're going to switch over to the user who's joining the video chat. So I have this other tab open to Reflect. We can start another recording at the same time. And I think I called it Reflect Test 1. We'll call this participant test. And so this is joining the same URL, and it is going to interact with it from the participant's perspective. So I'll just dismiss this here. We're going to click join call. And here you'll see that this has a looping short video. This is just the dummy video feed that every Reflect test gets. So if you do have any sort of video conferencing requirements, we do have customers that test that. You'll get a example a dummy video feed. You'll get a fake speaker. You'll get a fake microphone, so that it's not blocked to be able to test anything that requires those things connected to the web browser. So we'll go ahead here and I'll enter in a chat message. I'll say hello from participants. We will add a text validation here to verify that that showed up. And then we're going to switch back over to the creator and validate that the participant has joined by the fact that their message is here. So this is now basically two tests that we could run at the exact same time. Um, One final thing that's specific to this test is we would probably want it to be a different chat room every time. And so what we can do is we can go into the URL that we had entered, this first step here, and we can change it. So we could change it to be Reflect Test 2 if we wanted to, but something that would be able to make this automatable over time is actually parameterize this and make it editable by the user. So we'll say room name here, and we'll highlight this and say um, room name here. All right, so that's really it. That's how I could test this simple scenario. Now I have already created a set of tests that do this, and I have it in what we call in Reflect a test suite. So if we open this up here, this workflow just runs a set of tests and sends an email. If there's a failure, I have two tests set up here, and you can see if we open up the details here, it has one parameter called room name, which is the part of the URL that will change. And so the way I have this set up is when I run this test suite, you can see that we define a random room name, and then that room name is given to both of the tests, and the test suite is set up so that both of those tests run together. So we can watch this live here if we wanted to from kind of the two tests that are running, or we could drill down and actually watch each individual test running live if we want to. So we'll jump into this one here. Now, since this is so short, we might actually, the test might actually complete before it's finished, which we finished connecting, which you can see it did. But we can actually view the results of that test here, which is this video. And you can see that it joined the call. it enters the creator name, and then it's basically going to wait for the participant name to show up, which it did a few seconds later, and then that's the end of the test. If we look at it from the suite's perspective, we can see that this suite passed. It followed this workflow here, and then down here you can see, if I move this over, there were no failures, and both of the tests here succeeded, and we can watch the videos if we wanted to. So again, really short example, but hopefully it demonstrates how you could set up a test suite to have multiple browsers running at the same time, and those browsers could even coordinate with each other to test a multiplayer scenario. Thanks for watching.